welcome to another short workout. This one will go for about 25 minutes. The only equipment you'll need, or you can use if you'd like it, is just a cushion. We will be kneeling higher up on our knees later on, and if this causes you any pain or you're on a hard floor, it might be a good idea to grab something soft to kind of cushion that for you. Other than that, that's all you will need. So we're going to start laying on our mats. And we're going to breathe. So just get nice and comfortable. Hips, knees and ankle bones are all lined up nicely. Pelvis feels really flat and heavy on the mat, shoulders are wide. So most of our back is on the floor, probably a little gap in our lower back here. Taking a big breath in, filling up the lungs, feeling them spread out to the side, the front and the back, and then letting it all go. Breathing in through the nose, big breath. Exhale, start to feel all of the core muscles, so front, back and sides, all kind of hugging in towards your spine. One more big breath here. And then we exhale. I'm going to add some movement to that breath. So a breath in to prepare. Making sure our feet are nice and steady. We breathe out. Tuck our tailbone under to flatten our lower back into the mat. And then roll slowly, a bone at a time, until you end up on your shoulders. Should have a straight line from shoulder to knee. Breath in here, chest is wide. Breath out. You start to put each bone of your spine back down one at a time, or as close to one at a time as you can get, until you're all the way back with a flat pelvis at the top here. Breath in at the bottom. Breathe out, tuck and roll. Just looking out for any spots that feel tight or sticky. You can take your time as you exhale down to give them a little bit of a massage out. Good, one more like this and then we'll add on. Breath in, prepare, breathe out, tuck and roll. All the way up. We're actually going to stay up here for this one. So, from here, I'm going to relax my glute, my butt cheek, on one side, and I'm going to push the other hip up. So I don't know how well you can see it from that angle, but it's going to dip down on one side. Then I'm going to push back through that heel again to engage my bottom more and push the hip up. We drop to the other side, so you might be able to see, I'll move my hands out of the way. It comes up, it drops down. Good. We keep alternating back and forth. My knees stay pointing forward, and my shoulders stay broad, so just a little twist. Come back to the side you started on. Dip the hip, and then start to roll down, like you did in your pelvic curl. You'll feel it in all those muscles on one side of your spine. Back to your neutral, tuck, and then roll back up on that one side of your spine. Switch. So I've dropped my left and I'm rolling down my left back muscles right next to my spine. Exhale, roll back up on that same side. Come to center and roll on down. Good. We're going to leave everything but the legs nice and still now. You're going to pick one foot up off the floor into your tabletop, shin parallel to the ceiling. Extend your leg, so straighten your leg as best you can to the ceiling without tucking your bum under. Lower the leg to the floor. Glide it in. Good. If you've got really flexible legs, or even just regularly flexible legs, it might be able to point straight to the ceiling. But if I show you one on this side with my tight hamstrings, if I point straight to the ceiling, you'll see it causes me to roll under. So that's my back neutral. That's it tucked. We want it pointing down. Lower the leg. Good. As little transfer of weight as possible. Pick up to tabletop, extend, lower, and glide. You're going to reverse it now. So the foot glides along the floor. Leg lifts up straight, keep the pelvis still, tabletop, set it down. It doesn't look like much, but you should be able to feel all your lower abdominal muscles kicking in to help you hold your pelvis nice and still. Good. Keep the breath going. Breathe in, straighten. Breathe out, lift, bend, lower. Last one on this side. Lift, bend, and lower. Heel toe your feet back in so your knees and ankles are together. Arms just pop out the way on a bit of a 45. And we tip the knees to one side. On an inhale. Exhale, pull them back up. My shoulders are both going to stay flat to the floor. And pick back up. My knees are going to stay glued together so that up at the hip area, I'm picking up and over. I'm getting a really nice, big, comfy stretch through my back. Breathe in, reach over. Your legs can either touch the floor or not. Either way, you might find that you're different on one side to the next. Last one to this first side. Oh, a little back pop. And then last one to the opposite side. Beautiful. Step the feet back out to their hip width. Hands reach along the mat and they're just going to hover slightly. Take a breath in, prepare. Breathe out. Feel your belly sink down towards the floor as you roll and reach for your heels. Good. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. I like to pretend I've left my morning coffee on my lower belly. And the aim of the game is to not push it off by flexing my abs upwards, but to try and keep them pretty still. Good. My tailbone's also touching the floor. So feel like it's nice and heavy, like a paperweight or a big rock. You don't want to tuck your bum under as your head comes up. Now, we're going to roll all the way up. So feel free to use your hands if you need them. At some point, your bottom will roll under to allow you to come up. You're going to hold off as long as you can. Hands long. Hold your legs if you need them. Breath in, prepare. Breathe out. Roll forward. Tuck when you need to. And sit up. Breath in here. Breathe out. Exhale. Tuck your bottom first. Straighten it out. Head comes down. Good. So we go from the head end first. Here's the curl. Exhale. Tuck. Roll up, big breath, tuck from the bottom end first, and then lay yourself down. Bone by bone the whole time. Obviously your coffee would be spilling if you were sitting up anyway, but pretend you're trying to pull away from the front of your pants here with your belly muscles instead of pushing out against your pants. Beautiful, come down. We've got one left. Breathe in, big reach forward, tuck. And roll. Beautiful. Shimmy forward to the front of your mat if you're not there yet. Options for hands. They can either go in front of your knees or behind them or even down to your ankles. I'm going to turn a little so we can see better. Pick the feet up. Tuck the bottom under. Head down to look between the thighs. Breathe in, roll out. Breathe out, roll up. And back. Out and up. If you've done this one before and you know it, keep your heels close to your bottom. If you're getting stuck at the bottom and you need momentum, hands behind your knees. Let the legs come out and then kick you back up. Good. One more. We're going to try and pause there. Beautiful. I'm going to take both of my hands to one knee. I'm going to stretch the other leg out, and then I'm going to slowly, with control as best I can, roll onto my back for my single leg stretch. Just for 10, 9, 8, keeping the shin aligned, keeping the head looking forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause there. You should be on the opposite leg, then you roll down. You're going to try and roll back up to that position. Tuck the knees in. Going into our double leg stretch. Just like what we did, but both legs at once. Reach out and roll down at the same time. Oh, it's hard to get pelvis to tuck. Reaching in. Breathe in as you reach out. Breathe out as you reach in. If you want to add a little challenge, hands go behind the head and then sweep around. Still trying not to spill that coffee. And in. Good. Out and in. Next time when the knees come in, you're going to try and roll up to meet them. Perfect. A little bit trickier this time. Grab the opposite leg than you started with for your single leg stretch. Hold on either around your ankle, knee, or thigh. Extend the other leg out. Roll down. For our scissors or hamstring pull. Switch, give it a little pulse. And 2. And 3. Good, keep it going. Hamstring stretch. Breathe out as it comes towards you. Good. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Try and roll up. Tuck the knees in. Going over to the right now with our hands linked together behind our head. We're going to turn and roll. Ready for our crisscross. So, hips steady as the ribs roll side to side. Good. 3. Inhale through center. Exhale over. 4. 5. 6. Good. I know it's getting tiring. 7. Keep reaching that leg long. 8. 9 and 10. Beautiful. Tuck in. Roll up. And then you're just going to turn to face me. One shin is forward. The other shin is off to my side. Either or. Doesn't really matter. We are going to reach the hands out. Inhale the tip. Exhale the reach. Inhale tip. Exhale sit. Same to the other side. It's going to feel a little bit funny. Possibly on the side with the shin facing sideways. It's okay. You'll even out later. Breathe in, tip. Breathe out, reach. Breathe in, tip. Breathe out, reach. Good. I get a little bit more stretch on this side. If you have trouble leaning over, feel free to hold on to your ankle or knee. Good. And tip. 1 more to each side. I'm going to give myself some space. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, sit. Last one to this side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. If you want your cushion for your knees, now's your chance to grab it. So pause me if you need to. We're going to spin the legs under us and come up to a high kneel. I'm aware that I've cut my head off. Beautiful. So I'm going to take my left leg and put it out straight. I'm trying to keep my weight right over this knee that's underneath me. The other foot's kind of just out there to anchor me. My hands are going to come behind my head and they're linked together. You'll see me as I lean to the side. I'm going to lean over as I breathe in. Breathe out as I lean back up. Trying to keep my back flat against an imaginary wall and have my spine just go straight to the side. If you're a little worried about tipping, you can always put that bottom hand down. If you get stuck, give it a little shove to come back up. Breathe in as you lean. Breathe out as you come up. Here's your last one. Good. Take the hands out wide. Tilt over. Hand goes down, foot comes up. Top hand I like to just hold right behind my head. We're going to lower and lift the leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2. Good. 3. 4. Beautiful. 5. We're only doing 6 of each. There's our last one. 2 options here. You can either bend the knee, bring it forward, take it back, or same thing with the thigh, but the shin comes along for the ride. Bring it forward, take it back. In this position, it's pretty tricky not to have the rest of the body sway. We're trying to hold still through the torso and the supporting arm and leg and just kick the leg. I'm still learning this one. If it's too much for you, feel free to come down onto your side. Just make sure you're not sinking into the ribs and pushing away. If we're still up here, we're probably on our last one. Beautiful. Have a little rest and then take the leg straight back up. You're going to try and keep the height as you circle forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the height backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Foot down. Push up. Opposite knee. Other foot out. We've got to repeat the sequence, starting with our hands behind our head, leaning out over the support leg. On a breath in. Breathe out, come up. So sides of our core, sides of our body working nice and hard. Your obliques are what's pulling you up here. Breath in, lean. Breathe out, come up. In to go over, out to come up. Try to keep your ribs tucked in if you can. Good. Always good to check with your own hands if you don't have an instructor watching you. Good. Lengthen out through the head as you curl over. And up, last one. Breath in, breath out, gorgeous. Hands come out, we tilt, and that leg floats up. Beautiful. Here we go for 6 lift and lowers. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, last one. 6, keep it up. Bend the knee or straighten the leg, that's fine. Forward and back. Keep breathing. Try to keep those ribs tucked in. I know mine like to escape. 2, 3, keep the height. 4, 2 to go. 5, that's it. 6, have a quick rest. If your neck is getting sore, look down to the ground. It'll take some of the pressure off for you. Last little bit, leg circles. Forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight that drop, keep it up. Backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down, push back up. Beautiful. Then you're going to switch the legs into the opposite mermaid sit than before. So my left shin is forward, my right shin is to the side. Both of your bottom cheeks might not be touching the floor. Totally cool. If you feel like it's too hiked and awkward, pop a cushion or something under there, maybe the one you had for your knees. If not, we'll keep going. It's a breath in to tip, a breath out to reach. Big stretch of the sides now, we've worked them so much. In to tip, out to lean to that side, reach like you're grabbing something from a top shelf. And out, good. In and reach. Exhale, come up. I think it's our last one. And up, beautiful. From here, legs go out straight, and we're just gonna roll straight onto our bellies. Perfect. I'm gonna take my hands and put them under my forehead. Just gonna take a couple nice deep breaths like I did in the beginning. It's a good spot to be able to get more breath kind of into the back area of your lungs here, so feeling the ribs rise at the back. Gorgeous. You're going to pick one leg, either or. You're going to lift it off the floor slightly. So my shin is up, my knee is up, but my hip is still down. I'm pushing my pelvis down and I'm lifting my core away from the floor. I'm going to pull the foot into my bottom. Reach it out, keeping it hovered. Pull it in, reach it out. Good work. You're going to pretend like you've got a ball or something between your heel and your cheek, and you're squishing it as you come down. If that imagery doesn't work for you, pretend that someone's got a rope tied around your ankle and they're pulling it backwards, and you're trying to pull it towards you. If we imagine that tension, we can create a little more in our own bodies and get more work out of it. Good. Pause with the heel in. Knees still hovered. You're going to exhale, press up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, come down. Keep your core, the front of your core, pulling away from the floor so that your lower back doesn't try and sneak in and do the work that your glutes are supposed to be doing right now. So cheeks are working. Belly's pulling out to keep the back under control. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Make sure you've got room behind you on the opposite side than the bent leg. Bring the arms out to a goalpost or a cactus, and then roll over onto the side, reaching with the toes. Come back forward, keep that hip hovered. Reach up, lean out. You may or may not tap the floor. I'm kicking the fireplace behind me. Roll. Beautiful. One more lift. Reach. I'm also getting a chest stretch on the side that's on the floor while my arm stays in that bent position. Roll it back over. Set the foot down. And then switch. So we start with our 10 little heel pulls into our bottom. 1, 2, good. Exhale, heel comes in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale in. Inhale out. So heel squeezes toward the bottom, toes pull away from the hip. Good. Trying to create a little bit of heat in the back of the leg with your own body. Excellent. Looking good. Let's do 3. Keep it hovered. 2. And 1. Leave it in. 10 little presses to the ceiling. Good. 2, 3. Try and keep it hovered. 4. Even as you come down. 5, 6, 7. That's it. 8, 9, and 10. Knee stays up. Arms out into our goal pose. You'll get to see it from a different angle. As I roll, my foot's trying to find the floor. I look the opposite way. You might get a nice back crack out of this one as you twist your body over. Reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back down. Reach up. Exhale, twist. This is your last one. Enjoy it. Come forward. Leg back down. Beautiful. Those arms are now going to sweep behind you and rest just above your bottom. So kind of in your mid-back or on that big flat bit of your pelvis. Let your elbows flop towards the floor. Keep your face down toward the mat. Bring your legs together. You're going to take a big breath in and reach your hands back. Lift your face off the mat. Your shoulders should roll backwards and then come down. Hold on however you need to. Figure out how to link your fingers. As you come back down, elbows will touch the floor. Big breath in. Big breath out again. My pelvis pushes down. My belly pulls up so that my upper back gets a little chance here to do the work. My feet are still on the floor. 2 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last 1. And then we're going to add a little bit of our heel to bottom that we did before, but we're going to do both feet together. So the legs will reach away. My knees are slightly off the floor. I'm going to turn and look toward the screen. I'm going to kick my feet to my bottom once, and then as I stretch them out, they hover, hands hover, face hovers. I turn to face the other side and I put it all down. Squeeze my feet to my bottom, reach up and look forward. Come down. That's 1 set. We'll go again. Up and down. Kick. Reach. That's 2 sets. Kick. Reach. Whole back of your body is working to lift you. Just your pelvis and belly are down. And relax. Beautiful. Hands come under shoulders. And we sit back on our feet, on our heels to stretch out our lower back. Couple of big breaths here, and again, imagining it's the lower back that expands as we breathe. Getting our mind to help our muscles out a little bit and relax. Gorgeous. I'm going to shoot forward and just hold a quick plank. You have the option of knees and hands, knees and elbows if you're just starting out or you have wrist problems, elbows and feet. Or hands and feet. I'm going to go elbows and feet today. And we're just going to hang out here. Making sure I'm pressing firmly through the legs. My bottom's helping squeeze in. My belly's helping lift away from the floor. And I'm not resting down on my bones. I'm pushing firmly through my elbows or your hands if you're there. Imagining your back spreading out wide like a kite. We're just going to hang here for maybe another 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Set yourself down. Up on your hands if you weren't before. Up on your feet just to be able to walk yourself back towards the back end of your mat. Beautiful. I want you to hang for a second. Feel free to bend and stretch your knees a little bit. Big breath in, and then as we breathe out, one last time, tuck your bottom under, roll your spine back up, 1 bone at a time. And that's your workout. 25 minutes. Enjoy.